Welcome to the Movement PT Coffee Cast, where we sit down and talk about physical therapy, health, and whatever else comes to mind during our coffee-infused conversations. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Movement PT Coffee Cast. My name's Dalton, and I'm coming at you with another EspressoCast this week. Welcome back, guys. We do two types of episodes here at the PT Coffee Cast. We do our interview show where we sit down and talk with other clinicians, other people in the healthcare space, even just some people from the public about physiotherapy, about the landscape of healthcare, and whatever else comes to mind during our coffee-infused conversations. And then we also have an EspressoCast that we like to call it, where it's either myself or Will. We sit down, we talk about a topic, we talk about an idea, something maybe we experienced in clinic throughout the week, and we just get it out there. It's usually quick, and we like to get a little discourse going between other people, getting feedback from you guys and whatnot. So today we are doing the EspressoCast. Before we get into it, couple announcements. One, thank you as always for supporting us, guys. We truly appreciate it. On Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, wherever you guys are supporting us, we appreciate it. We see your feedback, and we love hearing from you guys. As I sit here and sip my coffee, I have to mention that if you do want to get a bag of the original blend, head over to themovementpts.com and get yourself a bag. It's a great cup of coffee. I'll describe it as an easily crushable coffee for all people who enjoy coffee, from the casual drinkers to the people who take it quite seriously. I personally prefer to brew it in the AeroPress, one of my favorite ways to make coffee. If you guys haven't tried that, I highly suggest you get an AeroPress. You can get it on Amazon. A great purchase, and it's not expensive at all. Okay, enough of me talking. I'm going to take a quick sip here, and we're going to get into it. All right, guys. So speaking of feedback, today I want to talk about just the idea of reaching out to people, whether you're trying to make a relationship with them or just say thank you, and how it goes a long way. So the reason why I bring this up is we received an email from a girl named Jennifer Smith. So shout out Jen, who we actually had the opportunity to meet just this week at the Physio Night Out, which was an unreal event. Shout out to Cash. Lots of shout outs. Shout out to Cash for putting on the Physio Night Out events, where they go and they have speakers, and then after we go out for drinks and you network. It's a great opportunity. If you're in the Toronto area or anywhere around Toronto, check out the Physio Night Out events. They're amazing. But back to Jen. So Jen had reached out to us via email and just honestly gave us some really positive feedback. Jen is heading into her first year of PT school at Toronto, and she reached out to us and said that she had stumbled across our podcast, and really took a lot away from it. She learned a lot. She enjoyed our conversations. It gave her some ideas of what physio school is about, some things that she's going to consider when she goes in. And she was just reaching out to say thank you. And from our perspective, it means so much to get those messages. And I know we do. We say, we appreciate the feedback, and it really goes a long way, but we genuinely do. Like, we don't get, really any money for this. We've been putting out content for over 2 years, and we didn't start it with the idea of making money. We started it with the idea of having an impact like this message. So this really is like our oxygen to continue to keep putting out podcasts and content on Instagram. So when we, as like the creators of this stuff, get thank you messages like this from you guys, like it really does truly mean the world to us. And I think that I'll speak for myself, but a lot of other people I know I've talked to that put out, good content on Instagram and put a lot of time and effort into this stuff, to just try and make, the healthcare space just better. Really do appreciate when people reach out and, just say, hey, thanks. Hey, I took a lot away from this. Hey, I learned so much from this, this piece of content. Like it really does mean a lot. So thank you to everyone who does that. And I hope that you continue to do that for people that you enjoy, whether it's, our content or whether it's someone else that you follow on Instagram. A simple DM or an email or a voice message just saying thank you goes a long way. And that kind of goes into the next part with this idea of making connections and networking. I think social media is a great opportunity to do that. Now, I don't think you should just be going into every single person that you admire's DMs and blowing them up. But like, if you genuinely have like listened and learned from someone and you're thinking about reaching out and saying thank you, or reaching out and, having a conversation with them, do it. Don't hesitate, because you never know what's going to happen. And for us, me and Will, like when we started, we did that. We genuinely consumed people's content and we learned a lot, and we said, hey, what the heck, we're going to shoot them a message, say thank you, and see if we can get a little conversation out of them. And most people are totally 100% open to have that conversation with you. And some people will hop on calls. Some people will become mentors. Like, you never know what's going to happen with a simple message. So if you genuinely want to reach out to someone and connect with them and see if, they would be willing to impart more wisdom on you, totally do it. I think there's a few ways that you can do it the right way, and there's a few ways that you can do it the wrong way. So, first and foremost, it needs to be genuine. It can't just be like you trying to reach out to someone who has a ton of followers. If you create content and you just want to use them for their followers, like, people are going to sniff that out. If you haven't actually consumed their content and you actually haven't learned and listened to them, and you try to just jump in there and have them talk to you, like, people will know that. So make sure it's genuine. 2, give without expectation. So like, every time we reached out to someone on Instagram or Facebook or an email, like we were, reaching out and asking and talking without any expectation of actually having them, do something for us. If the opportunity was there and they had the time to talk and they had the time to give us some feedback or whatnot, and they did, great. That's just a bonus. If not, most of the time it was just us, again, doing kind of what Jennifer did with us and saying thank you, thank you for putting this information out. It actually truly has helped me. And lastly, like, one thing that I definitely wouldn't do is don't just be a taker. Like, if you actually reach out to this person and you start to have a conversation with them, think about how you can add value to them. Like, whether, again, it be a thank you, whether it be you're creating content and you say, hey, I made this graphic for you, or hey, like, how could I help you, be better, or how could I help you move forward? Like, don't just take. I think that's a one-way ticket to not, building a relationship, or getting, responses or meeting people through these platforms. So definitely those 3 things are something that I would consider when going to reach out to people. And lastly, don't be afraid to do it. We hemmed and hawed many times over, like, reaching out to people, or would they care, or would they get mad? And, we passed on doing that sometimes early on when me and Will first started this. And then we started to realize, what's the worst thing that can happen? We're coming from a genuine place. We just want to connect. If they say no, if they don't respond, it's all good. They're probably busy. They probably have a lot of things going on. And you know what? They probably aren't rude or don't care about the people that are messaging them. They probably just don't have the time. And that's totally cool. We totally understand. And then, best case scenario, they answer. They hear your message, you talk a little bit, you move on. Maybe you make a connection, maybe you make a relationship, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to reach out and connect with people through these platforms. Just like Jennifer did, she reached out to us. She said thank you. We ended up having the opportunity to be in Toronto that week. We met with Jennifer. We talked in person, and it was awesome. So don't be afraid to do it. That's all I'm going to say today, guys. I'm going to keep it short. Again, we really do appreciate the feedback. So if you guys want to reach out to us on Instagram at the MVMTPTs. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter with the same handle. You can email us at themovementpts@gmail.com. Lastly, guys, if you enjoyed our episode or any other episodes of the PT Coffee Cast, head over to iTunes, subscribe, leave us a review. We appreciate the feedback. It also helps us move up the charts of iTunes and reach more people. We are reading reviews on our interview shows, so each show we're going to read a review that is left, show you guys some love, because again, we do read them, we do appreciate them, and it really does continue to motivate us. Guys, that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're doing well. We love you. Peace.